to. We got someone cutting their lawn. Can you hear that? Okay, should I close the window?
No, we should keep it because it's entertaining.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's real. It's
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah, that's life. Nothing's ever perfect.
Mm-hmm.
My other podcast, this guy, he's like telling a serious story, and all of a sudden his neighbor starts playing the flute, and he doesn't say anything. He doesn't like address it. He doesn't say, "Let me go to another room." And then the next thing you know, this dog starts barking. So you've got flute playing on top of a dog barking. And the thing is, the nature of the conversation was pretty serious. So I thought, this is actually good. This adds a level of entertainment to a pretty like serious conversation. Podcast.
Yeah.
We know from doing our podcast that we need the crazy. We need something to make it like different and zany.
True.
So
Yeah.
I like it when we have sound effects that are real life.
Yeah, that's good to know. This is Victoriously Crazy Podcast.
Yes,
I'm Marilyn Harris.
and I'm Percy Smith.
Thanksgiving is tomorrow. Actually, speaking of Thanksgiving, this is more of a we want to just say how thankful we are podcast.
Yes.
We are thankful. We survived the strike. It's November. Something went down every month. I'm sure the same with people out there.
Yeah.
But we're all still here, right?
Still here.
We're
Amen.
still here. Yay!
Yay.
This is what this is about. We want to
Yeah.
say how thankful we are.
Mhm.
We usually post an episode on Wednesday, but it is the day before Thanksgiving, and we just want to keep it light. We're thankful I'm thankful. I'm going to speak for me because he's got a mouth. I'm thankful.
That's so funny. You're killing me over here.
Well, don't die yet. You got some talking to do.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm thankful for our family. I'm thankful that the strike is over, for our health. Once you get our age, we always say a reasonably good portion of health, because there's always something going on. I'm telling you, aging is not for sissies. Everybody can't handle it, but we're killing it.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And I'm thankful for the podcast. I'm thankful for Grand Fans. I'm thankful for you, Bennett. We wouldn't be doing this without you.
That's right.
And I want to tell a little story, and then I'm going to give it over to Percy. When you eat your Thanksgiving meal, the first thing you grab is your fork, right? You grab your fork. That's the first thing. You grab your fork.
Too.
Yeah, we all have our forks.
And
The knife gets attention because it does the cutting. The spoon is just for serving, so the spoon doesn't really get that much attention. You know what I mean? But it's there in case you need it. But if you have to, I've seen people eat off their knife. I've seen them, try to scoop something up with a fork. If it's gravy, it'll take all day. And I've seen a spoon used for other things. So, I mean, we need all of them. We need all of them to make things work.
that's right.
None is no more important than the other. If you got takeout and all you had was a knife, you make that work.
Yeah, you would.
You know what I mean? I've done it.
Yeah.
So life is like utensils. If you're a spoon, don't worry that you don't make it to the table. Don't worry if you don't get on the plate. Don't worry if you don't touch the lips. You're just as important. Because if some gravy comes, they're going to need you, baby.
That's right.
They're going to need you. So be a spoon if you're a spoon. And if you want to hang out with a knife and fork, do it. But don't let them diminish your value.
That's right.
Or
So that's
stab
my
you.
message. Or stab you.
Yeah, we're not having a stabbing.
That's right. And if you get stabbed with a fork, you get stabbed 4 times.
One
Or
shot.
3.
I know.
Wait, 3 or 4?
Yeah.
4.
With the prongs.
Yeah, and then you twist it, and well, we won't go there.
Yeah, we want to keep it light, unless we're talking about stabbing a turkey. So, happy Thanksgiving. That's my little message. I appreciate all you guys. I love you, Grand Fans. And now I'll turn it over to Percy.
Yeah, I just like to say I'm thankful for life itself. I mean,
Amen.
once you're in it, you're in it. So you can't really do anything about it. Your spirit lives forever. That's what I believe, And I always try to do things right and do things good, because that word thanks, that's what thanks mean. You appreciate all that you have and not worry about the things you don't have, because sometimes you have things that you really don't need.
Oh, yeah.
And it could hurt you by having too much. It's just like a parent that give their kid everything, and the kid doesn't expect to work or do anything because my mom and dad did it for me, and then when something happened where they're on their own, it's almost like,
Yeah.
what do I do? Because I believe in the eagle, the eagles and what they do with their children, and it's like that once they get a certain age, they drop them out of the nest. They take them high in the air and they drop them.
Wow.
And so you be like, wait a minute, what you mean? You gonna drop your baby? Don't drop your baby, people. We're not talking. We're talking about eagles.
Birds.
And the birds, they flap their wings and they flap and they try to fly. And once the mother realizes they can't fly, they grab it and take it back to the nest and wean it and feed it. But eventually, he'll drop that bird, and then the bird will start flying on its own, man.
I hear some feedback. Do you hear that, Bennett? Do you hear anything?
Do you still hear it?
I hear some voices.
Yeah, I hear kind of voices.
But
But as long as you don't hear it, I guess it's okay. Well, it gives it flavor when we have something going on.
And it was
That's so
jamming,
weird.
whatever it was.
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Still Snoop Dogg?
It sounded
Yeah.
like Snoop Dogg.
And it's still
Yeah.
playing.
It stopped. It stopped now.
Yeah, and when it plays, it went on like 4 seconds. And I started getting into it, and bam, it stopped.
It
I'm
stopped.
Like, man.
But that's okay. It's called Victoriously Crazy.
Yeah, you can't
We keep
control the
going.
Crazy.
Yeah, you can't. Crazy is clever.
So what about you, Bennett?
Well, I was just thinking, it's hard to believe that it was this year that we started the podcast, because it's been a wild ride thus far. It was January. I still think back to that and think of everything that we've gotten to do together, this one project alone, and then our friendship has grown and everything you both have taught me. And I'm thankful for something that we can't even really talk about yet, because there's something really exciting coming up. I get to see you both again, but we're not going to get into that because that's a surprise. Stay tuned, because I'm sure we'll talk about that a lot here. This has obviously been such an amazing career opportunity to produce this podcast. And then I'm also thankful for my new job, because it's very different from entertainment. We all have to hustle. We all have to
You better believe it.
put our time in. When you work in retail, it's more of like, okay, you're getting people skills. You're meeting different kinds of people. You are having to do teamwork. You're having to juggle so many different things and deal with different personalities. Boy, do you have to deal with different personalities. I've had a lot of that. And because when you started acting, you were juggling a day job with, going to set and being there until 1 a.m. and then coming to work and working with all different kinds of people. But I'm sure you agree that, well, both of you, that, you're thankful to learn from the people that guide you along the way, because the things that you learn in your day job are going to help you so much. I don't know. I'm somebody that's hard on myself, and I don't feel that I'm as naturally fit for that environment as I am to write or produce or whatever. But I kind of have to laugh sometimes, because I like to think I do kind of screw up a lot, but not, I care a lot about it. But it's funny. I'm kind of clumsy. Like 5 times today, I dropped a stack of things, and it almost was like a cartoon. I'm standing there, and a stack of cups fell on my head, and it's like, you just have to laugh at it. You have to use it for inspiration.
Yeah.
And then the people that are going to be nice about it, yay for them. The people that are going to be not as nice about it, they become your next great characters.
That's true.
I'm thankful for those people, because I'm sure they'll end up in a show one day.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful for family, and I'm thankful for you.
Well, why don't you shout out the name of where you're working, if you want to?
Yeah, why not?
You talked about them.
If you are a beach goer on the East Coast, come to Bethany Beach. Go to DeFebo's restaurant, and right across the street, DeFebo's Market. We also have a location in Rehoboth Beach, DeFebo's at Rehoboth. It's the best Italian food there is. I don't eat other pizza anymore. I don't eat other ice cream anymore. We make our own ice cream.
They're that good, huh?
DeFebo's is the best, as I like to say.
DeFebo's is the best. I want some lasagna now, man.
Yeah, and give them my address.
Have them send you a care package.
Tell them we do a podcast. I'd eat the whole time.
Yeah, say DeFebo's lasagna is not feeble.
And not Debo, who like to beat up people. DeFebo.
DeFebo. And, you were talking about working and stuff and how it's different. But when you get, into acting, it's no different than you work with other people and you learn stuff from people. It's just a different type of job. You have writers, you have the people, the grips, you have the lighting people. So it's just different jobs, and it's a different work. but it's work nonetheless, and it's very serious. You know.
But the
because-
people are always so friendly, so helpful.
Yeah, for the most
You know,
part, yeah.
They're very cool, very level-headed, just very friendly, cool people.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, do you want to talk about what we have coming up next week?
Somebody who you might remember from called a sister show to Victorious, iCarly. We've done this before. We had a Victoriously Crazy iCarly crossover. We had Danielle Morrow, who played Nora Dershlet on iCarly, come on to talk about playing Nora. And we're going to
Yeah.
do this again with an actor named David St. James, who played Mr. Howard on iCarly.
Mhm.
And he couldn't have been more nice. And this
Yeah.
mean teacher, it was great
Yeah.
to get to know him and see. You even asked him the question, why do you think the character was so mean? And he gave all these great answers and talked about playing the character. So that's next Wednesday, November 29th. And then Friday, December 1st, we're doing another Grand Fan Friday with an influencer, Chris Jones, who's awesome. He loves
Yeah.
making videos about Victorious and iCarly and stuff on Nickelodeon and Disney Channel. So that's what's coming up next week. We're back in full swing. We wanted to keep it light this week so we can fill our bellies with all that food and,
That's right.
you know.
Mama got to eat.
It's coming, baby.
It's coming. So, we said this was going to be short, but when you get three people together that like to talk, short is a different thing. But I think it was good. I think we did some good sharing. Again, everyone have a wonderful, safe Thanksgiving. God bless all of you. We're blessed to still be here, and we appreciate you. And now we're gonna do forks up. Forks up. And we're out.
Bam!
Bam! Don't cut me, bro. You better be glad you're not here, Bennett. We take you down. We take you down.
Like that,
He's got his
man.
fork all caught up with
Oh, I
my
bent my
fork.
Oh, man.
And his fork got bent because women know how to handle sharp
I'm not
objects.
going there with you. No, we're not.
Okay.
This is why I keep rolling an extra 20 seconds to get moments like that.
No, sir. All right.
Okay.